I forgot how much I missed these dickheads. Umbrella Academy season 3 trailer hit. Now, I was too busy in other stuff. I didn't shoot a reaction to watching it. When I first saw it though, I thought this is real good. And I tweeted that. It's so good I want to talk about it, even though I'm not doing a reaction, which is what I normally do with trailers these days. Umbrella Academy, it's kind of funny to me that I love it so much now. Because season 1 was fine. It was interesting. It was a little weird. There were a couple of characters I really, really liked. I really liked Klaus. I really liked Five. But overall, I'm like, this is okay. It's a little weird, but it's fine. Season 2 I liked a lot because it leaned so much harder into the weirdness, and I'm like, oh, okay. And season 3 looks to be continuing to embrace utter madness, and that is what I'm here for. And you pair it with a music drop that frankly feels like it should be too obvious to get away with using, and somehow for this show that makes it perfect. Because if you're going to have a nutso action scene with the kind of flavor that Umbrella Academy tends to bring, Ballroom Blitz, that's super obvious. That's obvious to the point that it should not work if you actually use it. Yeah, there I was, sitting there watching it going, oh, yeah! Oh! I'm really into this idea of basically an alternate universe academy, the Sparrow Academy. And Ben's still there, so that's interesting. Now, if I remember correctly, I haven't rewatched season 1, but if I remember correctly, when the Umbrella Academy was formed, there was, all these kids born at the same time all across the world, and their father, quote unquote, parentheses, however you want to designate that, he gathered as many of them as he could, but he didn't get all of them. So my suspicion here, especially given that Five says flat out that the babies that become us did it still exist here. So we do still exist here. We're just not in this academy. That to me says that he gathered a different group of babies and he wasn't able to get them, with the one bleed over being Ben in both realities. That's my guess right now. And not that I'm like, ooh, I'm cracking the code. Like, I don't think that's too hard to parse. But that's a cool way of doing it. Plus the fact that it openly implies that these other superpowered beings existed in Umbrella Academy in the timeline that we already knew. They were just hanging out, chilling somewhere, not causing any trouble. And I kind of love that. Just as a, like, wait, someone who could summon crows and a guy with a half-melted face and whatever else is going on here, like they were just chilling across the globe? Yeah, must have been. Okay. I love Five so much. Five is great. And I love him calling himself the ringer. I love that he goes and looks. I can't remember his name now, but the ape butler. That's great. And like, I think the moment that I was like, this is what I'm hoping for more of. This is what I've been missing. There were two things. One, when they all just start pointing out what a dickhead everybody is, and Five gets annoyed and goes, next person who says dickhead's getting a punch in the throat. And then the whole group is just like, dickhead. I feel like the first season didn't capture the sibling squabbling quite right most of the time. Season 2 really started to get it. And that scene right there, that was like, oh, that is sibling squabbling to perfection. And I based that off, popular depictions of sibling squabbling. I'm an only child. So I'm extrapolating, but like, it's a vibe I like, and it's a banter I dig. And the other thing was when I was like, so we still do exist in this reality. If you encounter your other self Diego immediately going, kill them. Klaus going, sleep with them. And Luther just be like, what is wrong with both of you? Yes. Yes to all that. Every bit of it. Yes. Oh, I forgot how long I've been waiting for this show to come back. And how much I really, really liked season 2. This show just has the energy and the willingness to just be bizarre. And I love something that isn't afraid to be weird in a way that might be off-putting. This has it. Legion has it. The Max had it. I would say Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance has it. A lot of my favorite stuff, Doctor Who on occasion has it. But if something is just prepared to be unapologetically weird, and not like necessarily in the broad concepts, not like, ooh, we're getting metatextual and twisting inside your head the way, something like Westworld, when it works, does successfully, and when it doesn't, makes you go, please stop. But something that just doesn't feel the need to justify or explain anything that is out of the ordinary. Yeah, that's just how it is here. It's a vibe that I used to have to go to comic books to get, which, of course, this is based off a comic book. A comic book I haven't read, to be fair, and by all indications I can tell, a pretty heavily adapted comic book as far as a lot of the specifics and characterization go. But I think it makes a lot of sense that this originated as a comic book concept, because I think comic books do let you just be this weird if you want to be this weird. And while I like the MCU a lot, it does, certainly initially and even now, tend to soften a fair amount of the weirdness so that it's somewhat more grounded and it's more palatable, presumably. Umbrella Academy just doesn't give a crap. Umbrella Academy is like, yeah, there's a talking ape that's tattooing people. Yeah, their brother, who they're used to being dead, is now alive again and doesn't know them and seems to just be a jerk. Yeah. Alternate timelines, blinking through space and time, and just, and Elliot Page, just some moments. So Victor, as a character, I'm gonna call that, because I know, like, originally Vanya was, etc. But Victor, like, I didn't love the arc for them in the first season. Second season worked much better. And something about the certainty and how Elliot Page was carrying that character and delivering that dialogue. Oh, I want to see more of this. I want to see more of this. Just sitting across the table from somebody and going, yeah, I ended the world twice. You really want to mess with me? I kind of hope somebody does, because I want to see what's going to happen. I'm excited for this one. And I had to gush just a little bit. Umbrella Academy Season 3 trailer. What did you think about this? Are you as excited as I am? Whatever your thoughts are, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Patreon's what pays the bills. Like, share, subscribe. It helps me out if you can't help me out that way. But even beyond that, don't worry too much about it. Take a relaxed attitude around here so you can just come on back next time you need a break. Hey, end credits time, which means I need to shout out some patrons. This time I'm going to be shouting out Robin Moore, Zubin Litfala, Tarak, Oliver B., Melinda Walters, Imudelki, Leo the Boy, TT, Fernobulax the Poodle, Zach Paul, Eidolon, Tracy Scrabbit, Vincent Paul Bartolucci, Angry Kasparov, Toku BL Hoovian, Adam RDL Taylor, Shane Ross, Shayla Gourlay, and Brendan LaRose. You want to hear me mispronounce your name? Check out rewards on the Patreon. Thanks for all your support.